Hi, good day, and today we're gonna talk about very interesting book about healing movements.
Qi-Optima, your source of life force.
Hi, my name is Minja Zeus and I'm a complementary healthcare professional and a founder of a Qi-Optima.com platform. I also do psychokinesiology and I'm very in love and passionate about health. Well, first edition of this book came out in 2008. And in 2008 there were 8,000 ADHD diagnosed Swedish children and youngsters, teenagers, who were eating Ritalin and Concentran types of very strong addiction-causing drugs. In 2012, these medicine received children and young, they were already 25,000, and same quantity of adults who are having the same diagnosis and eating the same kind of medicine. Actually, this book says you cannot never give children these kind of drugs because you're gonna make them addicted. You're gonna make them a drug addicted person, 100%. Okay? Then, in this new edition, Harald Blomber is showing the last year's central nervous stimulants and the studies that they have made. And they have not been able to show that the medication has helped with anyhow, not in long term, not in short term, never. And no positive effects. Instead, the medication can have very difficult, sometimes life-threatening side effects. And even in studies on animals, we have seen like permanent brain damage. In this book, Harald is describing this rhythmic movement, which simple movements are stimulating our brains and our nervous system ability to renew and build new nerve connections. When you see baby doing this, baby is building 30,000 new nerve connections. If you put your baby to the car seat, to sitter, to this kind of thing what is hanging between a door, you're stopping this process. And you can cause these kind of ADD, ADHD, autism, many other issues. But there are many other issues that are written in this book. I'm so sorry, this is in Finnish or Swedish. If you can read these languages, please, I highly recommend you read this book. Otherwise, talk to me. I will tell you what there is about the reasons why these kind of conditions occur in the first place, so you could try to avoid it. These practices, what we can do with these healing movements, children has possibility to grow, to heal physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This movement practice is very effective if you're looking to take care of attention deficiency like ADD. Or if you have problems of focusing. But it's also good if you have problems of reading and writing, or if you have some kind of motoric problem, autism or psychosis. Remember, if somebody is like prone to psychosis or there are mental illnesses, it's very important that you have your therapist with you doing these movements, and I will guide you to do this always when you contact me. Okay? This new edition has more wider explanation about primitive reflexes and also new pictures and more information about, for example, nutritional care of autism and ADHD. Harald Blomber, he's actually a psychiatric who have used these rhythmic movement practices during 25 years, and he have kept many different kind of courses about these movement practices around the world, especially for the if you have problems of learning, writing, and he has also written more about these practices in this book called Helande liv ja autism en sjukdom som kan läka. But I know this is not in English, this book, but you really have to get this information to you and to everyone who you know, and especially if you have these problems of ADD, ADHD, autism, or some kind of problem of writing or motoric functioning. And please contact to me. Let's start with first free conversation, and I will find out if you need these movements or if you need some therapy and movements together, and I will find out the times you can use this, because it's very important you start slowly, because you cannot imagine these small little movements, what kind of effects they really do. Especially in dreams, I can see the difference in my body. Of course, I don't know how others react, because everybody reacts differently, but you can imagine that there is some reactions always if you're building new nerve connections. So for example, you may experience a little bit of headache, so don't do these movements too much, and that's why it's important to do the testing first, the muscle testing, to find out which movements you need, because you cannot just go through this and start doing these movements. It doesn't work like that, okay? And the first thing, I was very amazed when I heard about this book. It was from my teacher, Silja Pallin, when I was in the psychokinesiology course. Person, Harald Blomber, he noticed that people are not getting better with the medicine they were giving. So it's very difficult. You're gonna get this information, unfortunately, unless you contact to me, and I will help you to do these movements, because I have this book. Okay, and let's see my movements, what I have muscle tested for me, and because I have never, there are a few movements I have never tried myself either before. So let's go and see them. Movement 5. Passive swing of the gluteus, lay on your belly. Shoulders pressed to the floor and forehead to rest on the fingers. Shoulders do not move, only the gluteus area. And because this is a passive movement, it is made with a partner or caregiver. The nurse is rocking from the waist rhythmically. Then turn head from side to side. Lie comfortably on your back on the floor. Turn the extreme position with only small movements or big movements like I'm doing here. Remember, if you're starting to feel dizzy, you should definitely stop the movement immediately. Movement number 9, backside rocking while lying down. This is the same movement as in the beginning, but done without the assistant. Movement must move side to side easily. This usually is not the case in the beginning. That's why you need the movement. Crawling movement. Hips close to the floor. Put your toe on the floor pointing and heel towards the sky and crawl forward. When baby is doing this, we are watching especially that the hand and the opposite leg is moving, but here what matters is the legs. Attention, people with Down syndrome and children should not try this movement. Swing your head up and down in a circular motion. Front beveled diamond seat while pulling yourself forward along the floor. As you see, they are quite tricky sometimes, and when you were seeing me doing like this, it is that it started to feel dizzy. Then you need to immediately stop the movement because it is activating too much and you don't want to get it until the headache. Okay, and remember, these movements might not work for you. You need to get your personal program. So be sure you reserve your first free conversation, and then I will make you your personal movements and I will check them through video if you can do it. And plus, if you need a therapist or some other person to do the movement for you, then you have to do it that way. Some movements you cannot do even by yourself. You can get the benefits of the healing movement. Thank you so much forever, Harald Blomber, for doing this brave work, what you have done. Send thanks and love to your family.
Qi-Optima, your source of life force.
Okay, take care everyone. Have a great day. See you in Qi-Optima.